Thank you for having me here today. My name is Austin. Many of you probably don't know who I am. The last time I participated in a science fair was 4 years ago, but today I wanted to share with you a little bit about my journey. Science fair, at least initially for me, was this mandatory grade 8-9 activity in which we had to come up with an idea that wasn't microwaving worms or making potato batteries. This was a little bit disappointing because I like batteries. Luckily for me, when I was scrolling around the web for some ideas one day, I found out that bacteria in mud could do the same thing. They could also generate electricity. So I dug up mud from different parts of my neighborhood and stuck them in these containers with these wires running through them. And lo and behold, they do generate electricity. It's great. I was pretty excited, joined my regional science fair, but unsurprisingly, didn't do so well. Now at this point I could stop because science fair stopped being mandatory going into grade 10. But I decided to continue because I was curious. I was curious about why the bacteria that I dug up from my backyard generated more electricity than the bacteria that I dug up from the banks of the Fraser River. So I got in touch with some professors and researchers, and we began to brainstorm ways to find the bacteria that are good at generating electricity. We eventually used the DNA inside my mud samples to try and identify these bacteria. With this project, I got to represent BC at the Canada-wide Science Fair in Windsor, Ontario. And at this point, I could stop again, because how far really can you push a dirt battery? And apparently further, because I began to wonder what made certain bacteria good at generating electricity versus other bacteria. More specifically, which genes do those bacteria have that allow them to generate more electricity? After a lot of discussion with my mentors and a lot of trial and error, we eventually came up with a method to identify genes that can boost bacteria's ability to generate electricity. After identifying these genes, we began to wonder whether we can use this knowledge in some way. So using these genes, we developed communities of bacteria with superior electricity generation capabilities. With this new project, I had the privilege of representing Canada in Phoenix, Arizona as part of the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. If there's anything you can take away from this, it would be don't underestimate the dirt battery. But more importantly, don't underestimate your own projects and ideas and where your hard work and persistence can take them. Best wishes, and I look forward to seeing where all of you will take your projects.